Stay silent and master the art of detachment. That's what this video is going to be about. I don't think this video will be too long, to be fair. I just want to give you guys a quick message, some things that I've been reflecting on lately and learned lately, and that is to stay silent and master the art of detachment. So let's begin with the first one, which is stay silent. And what I mean by this is that it's very important to note. I'm gonna take the agency example right now because I have my own agency. But when you have an agency, you shouldn't be telling everybody, like your family, friends, everybody, about your agency, what your agency does and everything. Like, you shouldn't talk about it that much even. Like, try not to talk about it to people that are not even related to it. Obviously, if you speak to other agency owners, that's very good, but otherwise, just close your mouth, honestly. Because that will only, from my personal experience, moving in silent is by far the best thing. Obviously, if you have a personal brand, then you maybe you're going to speak about it there. But when you like meet people that are not in the game, I'm not saying that you need to be rude, but if people ask questions, you can answer them pretty shortly. But then you shouldn't like scream about it, honestly, because when you scream about it and when you talk about it so much, then people are gonna have expectations on you and everything. And honestly, from my point of view, if you don't really say anything about, if you just keep private on where your agency is at the moment, then you're not gonna have that pressure all the time, and you can upgrade in silence. So yeah, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but to me that makes perfect sense. But yeah, it's always best to move in silence. Yeah, that's gonna be the best at the long run, because if you say everything all the time, like I do this, and scream about it, then like you're not moving in silent. And my personal opinion, moving in silent is the best thing to do. So yeah, man, honestly, I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. But yeah, the other one is to master the art of detachment. And what I mean by this, that I didn't really understand what this meant a couple of months ago. So what I mean with mastering the law of detachment is that, for example, I'm gonna take the agency example because that's what my page is about. But when you start, making more money and you start signing more clients, you start having more active campaigns. If you're so flipping attached to everything, like what's gonna happen? You're gonna lose your mind. And that's something I've been going through this past couple of months. Like in the beginning, I was pretty, like a couple of months ago, I was pretty attached, I would say. I was attached to every campaign. I was attached to every small detail of my agency. But once I kind of let that go, and like this is something I heard people say this before even, but I learned this when I started signing more clients. I started making more money. Then I started really understanding what it meant. So I think you can only learn it with time. But what it means is that, when you make more money, when you sign more clients, when you have more active campaigns, you need to detach yourself, because otherwise your mind, like you're gonna be lost. You're not gonna be able to enjoy things. Like if you're gonna sit like at lunch and just like think about the campaigns and everything, it's very important to be detached. So like when the business maybe drops a little bit, then you're still the same person. Yeah, as I said, like this is something I learned in the past couple of months. But yeah, man, staying silent and mastering the art of detachment. There's two very underrated skills, I would say, and you don't even have to have an agency to understand this. But in my opinion, this is key. And yeah, especially when you evolve and when you start making more money, etc., then like this is gonna be key, because if you detach like all the time, how are you gonna live life? Like at the end of the day, we're here in the life to enjoy life. And yeah, man, don't be too detached, honestly. So yeah, that's my message for this video. Stay silent and master the art of detachment. So I guess see you guys in the next one. Peace.